Let's Green, Digital and Animate Rural Inclusive Territories. Funded by the European Union. Views and opinions expressed are, however, those of the authors only and do not necessarily reflect those of the European Union or the ANPCDEFP. Neither the European Union nor the ANPCDEFP can be held responsible for them. Module 3. Create and maintain relations with community stakeholders. Story. Thinking ahead. Using critical thinking and problem solving in rural community development.
A deep dive into water access.
Putting our approach into practice involves putting theory into action. This calls for careful planning, the distribution of resources, and the anticipation of obstacles. We must be flexible and prepared to modify our strategy as we go. Making a choice is only the first step in an effective problem-solving process. Successful execution is the next.
So, we're following through on our plan, but are ready to make changes as necessary. It all comes down to being attentive and accommodating.
Breaking down the problem.
Dividing the problem into smaller, more manageable components is a necessary step in the analysis process. It involves comprehending the various components and their interrelationships, such as the physical infrastructure, community usage patterns, and environmental considerations.
Therefore, deconstructing the issue helps us tackle each part effectively, and it might reveal underlying causes we hadn't initially considered.
Solution brainstorming.
It takes both creative and critical thinking to brainstorm solutions. Innovative concepts should be supported while also carefully considering their viability. It involves weighing the immediate and long-term effects of each option, while striking a balance between creativity and realism.
This means we need to think creatively, yet remain grounded in what's practical and beneficial for the community in the long run.
Synthesizing solutions.
Let's assess and combine our possibilities now. This entails evaluating the effects of several solutions, figuring out which combination or strategy will produce the best outcomes, and assessing how various solutions can complement one another. It's the process of applying critical thinking to analyze benefits and drawbacks, forecast results, and make decisions based on well-informed opinion.
Hence, we're not just selecting a solution, but potentially combining elements of different ideas to formulate a more comprehensive approach.
Choosing the best path forward.
We must be unbiased and determined to select the most appropriate course of action. After weighing each option, we must trust our analysis and choose the one that best solves the issue, is supported by the community, and is sustainable. It all comes down to selecting a well-informed choice that will stand up to examination.
This means our decision is not just based on intuition, but on a thorough evaluation of each option's strengths and weaknesses.
From planning to action.
Implementing our solution is about turning theory into action. This requires detailed planning, resource allocation, and anticipating potential challenges. We need to be agile and ready to adapt our approach as we go. Effective problem solving doesn't end with a decision, it carries through to successful implementation.
We're following our plan, but we're ready to make changes if necessary. It all comes down to being proactive and responsive.
Effective delegation and adaptation.
Monitoring implementation and making necessary adjustments to our strategy are essential components of effective problem solving. It involves assigning responsibilities effectively, making sure that every team member contributes their area of expertise, and maintaining project focus. We must be cautious and proactive, prepared to take on any unforeseen obstacles.
It's important to maintain engagement and make sure the team functions as a unit. It involves exercising good leadership and modifying plans in response to immediate feedback.
Effective delegation and adaptation.
It's critical to assess the results now that our approach has been put into practice. Have we achieved our goals? What effect did the community receive from our solution? We can grow and learn by giving these questions some thought. It's about realizing how successful our problem-solving techniques are and taking lessons from both our mistakes and our successes.
Consequently, this evaluation isn't just about the project's performance, but also about our growth as problem solvers. For upcoming initiatives, we're learning.
Building a foundation for future success.
It's essential to problem solve by sharing our experiences and learning with our team and the community. It is about building a knowledge foundation that will be useful to us and others in the future. We learned a lot about critical thinking and problem solving from this project, and those skills will definitely help us in the future.
At the end, this project it's about utilizing our experiences to teach the community, not just ourselves. Our goal is to lay the groundwork for future expansion and improvement.
Scenario realized by Synthesis Center for Research and Education.
Technical design realized by Edu4.